Welcome to the Whitetail Legacy Podcast.
And we get the back view of him. And I mean, it's just a mega.
52 yards is a long shot. Magnum PI, what we named him. No idea.
Just a magnum.
Yeah, just a magnum.
Come on, Cam, last year we said probably 150, mid 150.
Yeah.
Same doe from the morning come out with that 9-pointer.
Here steps out this 90-inch 8-pointer. You're like,
I'm like, okay, well, there's still a buck back there grunting.
Yeah.
And then out steps like another 90-inch 8-pointer. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm like, deer right there.
Yeah, like
and he's already
yards.
30 yards.
Yeah.
He was literally 5 yards from the base of the tree. Could have been, had a buck down at 1:40 in the afternoon, back there deep on public. 3 does come out pretty early. It was like 245, 24-yard shot, sent to combat veteran, and I tell you what, man, dude, it just smoked. We always get so jacked up when the other person kills. It's just almost like we got it done.
Yeah. And when you killed that doe, I was like, hell yeah, man.
And we come down here to Missouri.
I asked Homie one more time. I'm like, is it a good buck? And he goes, yeah, real good, solid buck. I'm like, all right, boom. And the deer just drops. Sure. Super special to me.
Whitetail Legacy Podcast, bringing you back to the hunt and leaving a legacy. Baller rut.
All right, guys, this is the Whitetail Legacy Podcast coming in your ear holes with a bonus episode. And what are we talking about here, homie? What do we got? What do we need a bonus episode for?
We're talking about what we got coming up, coming down the pipe, up the chute.
Yep, we got something pretty cool coming up the chute for you guys. We've been holding this back for a few months, trying to get all the details lined out. And what we got going is we are going to be coming at you guys every single day during our 15-day rutcation here in Illinois. So you guys are going to get 15 back-to-back episodes. We're going to be talking about what we got going on, how we're setting up, what we're seeing, what the deer activity's like. And we're calling it the Going Full Send, This Ain't No Picnic series.
Right.
We couldn't decide on either name, so we just put them together.
Right. Might be broken by a semicolon.
Yeah, so Going Full Send, This Ain't No Picnic. It's going to be me and homie hunting together in a tree, filming everything. After we get done hunting, we're coming in here and we're letting you guys know what our hunt was like that night. So we are super excited to bring this to you guys. I don't think a podcast have done it yet, and we've been pretty worried about someone else coming up with the idea while we were back here game planning. But just to break it down for you guys, it's going to be powered by Exodus trail cameras. We reached out to them, and they wanted to be a part of it, so that's super awesome. We're going to be out there 15 days, every day hunting, all-day hunts, a lot of all-day sets. We have no pre-hung sets on any of this ground. It's going to be packing, hunting, or on the ground. This is going to be 100% public. And we have some absolute giant deer to chase. We have a ton of history with the deer on a lot of these pieces. We're going to be bouncing between 3 and 4 different pieces. Kind of if the action's slow on one, we might go south an hour and hunt somewhere else, go north a couple hours, hunt there. Going to be on a lot of different types of ground. So it's going to be cool to see what the deer are doing differently. Going to be hunting oak ridges to overgrown pasture to we probably won't set on a field edge one time.
Probably not.
Some CRP sets probably. Just our go-to downwind doe bedding, consistently good. So we ran a ton of cams last year, and we're going to be in the game on the rut this year. So go ahead and break down the dates of when it's going to start, homie, and what the people can expect the first episode.
So we're going to be going to work on October 30th. That's a Friday. Be getting off work, and I believe we're going to plan on trying to hunt that night. And then I'm kind of iffy on Halloween morning. I think I'm going to be able to squeeze out. So I've kind of combined my son's birthday party into Halloween. We're going to do a birthday party in the middle of the afternoon. And then obviously both of us are going to be out trick-or-treating Saturday night. In the last few years on Halloween, like my card pulls and my cell cams last few years have always been dynamite. on Halloween night, and especially last year we had like 3 inches of snow on the ground. It was below 30. Like it was a brutal Halloween to go trick or treating, but it would have been a really sweet one in the stand. So we're gonna be maybe hunting Halloween morning, and then on Sunday we are going full send. So not really sure how the first podcast is going to lay out, whether it's going to be, it just kind of depends on the Halloween morning setup that we have. We might come in here, release it, and then Sunday get into the actual flow of hunt all day, and then come in here Sunday night podcast, and you have a podcast for Monday. So we might be one day without a podcast, possibly just getting off the go there. So, but then every day after that, like say we're going to hunt Tuesday, we'll hunt all day Tuesday. We'll come in here Tuesday night, tell you everything that we saw. And hopefully the night before, like we're going to game plan for the next day too. So we're going to do a recap, game plan for the next day. So Tuesday, what we seen, the game plan going into Wednesday, where we're going to go in the morning, at least we'll have that figured out. If we're going to try to plan on sitting all day, and then maybe go into like a plan B situation if it's slow. And then when it's really going to get messed up is when we kill, or, hopefully if we do get something down, being here podcasting at 3 a.m,
Yeah, definitely. If we get a kill back in there deep, it's going to be a podcast, and then maybe take the morning off, and it's going to be interesting. We're bringing out a bunch of tactics that we're going to be talking about that me and Homie have thought of that will help us out. Some stuff that we're going to be doing that I don't think anybody else is doing to be successful. So when you think about hunting 15 days straight, in your mind it seems awesome. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to be hunting every day, but it's going to be absolutely brutal. We have no idea what the weather's going to be like.
No.
We've bought way better gear than we've ever had for cold weather hunting to be able to hunt through this 15-day gap. We have pre-staged our wives all season, got all the mother-in-law stuff in, fixing the house, letting them do extra stuff so we can pull this off for you guys. And this is literally, these 15 days are a huge part of our season. We've saved every vacation day that we have with our job, no days off work, and we are putting it all in on 2 weeks in the Midwest rut here to send it full and see what we can make happen. We're going to be hunting bucks from 190s, maybe 200. I don't know how big Magnum is. He's absolutely giant. A lot of solid 140 class deer, and don't be mistaken. If a 130 gets us jacked, it's gonna get it. So. It's going to be depending on how the day's looking, what we got going on, if we got a buck down yet or not. We're a 2-buck state, so we're really excited to bring this to you guys. You're going to be able to wake up in the morning and listen to an episode, maybe midday, and see what the deer are doing out there. See, are we struggling? Did we kill? We want to bring you guys along with this, this 2 weeks with us, and we're going to need you guys to come along because we're going to need the positivity, the momentum. There's very few people that know about this, but everybody that does is behind us 110%. And it's going to get brutal that 6th, 7th day. Not only are you're hunting all day, but then you're coming home. You still got the dad stuff. Your kids are going to be ready to rip. You're going to have to go to bed, wake up. You're probably going to be getting very little sleep. Big shout out to Homie. He's not only going to be hunting, but he's also going to be uploading a podcast every day. So the workload on him is giant. So huge shout out to you. I came up with this idea. I was like, can we pull this off? And you're always like, yeah, and it's a ton of work. So huge shout out to him. We're going to be bouncing back and forth, filming, hunting. We'll let you guys know who's up to bat, what we got going on. I don't know if we're going to switch which midday. Hopefully one guy kills in the morning, we switch it out, and we get 2 bucks down the same day. I guarantee you if we have buck down, this podcast is going to be on a level 110, you know what I mean? But on the 7th day and we see nothing, it's going to be like a -10, you know what I mean? So we need you guys to get involved in this. Message us. We want to get everybody jacked up about the rut. This is the Super Bowl for us deer hunters, and we're going to spend it literally absolutely destroying our bodies, our minds, and just trying to chase absolute giant deer. You know what I mean? So we're going to put a lot of sets in on Magnum. We know where he was at for about 7 days last year, so hopefully he does the same thing. And during that 7 days, you believe we're going to be in that area somewhere, more than likely. So, and that's starting right there at the 1st of November and going through. And then after that, I don't know. Probably have that area pretty burned. So we'll probably bounce around to a couple other properties. But one other thing, everything is going to be filmed, and we are going to release our film on Last Breath TV's YouTube channel. So if you guys are listening to this and you want to follow along with the video side of this, go and subscribe to their channel, and you'll get those alerts that, you know, another rut series is up from us. We've been friends with them guys a long time. We've been wanting to do some kind of partnership, and this was a good way for us to jump in and give them something that they didn't have. And they've done so much for us. You know, we wanted to make it happen. So they're going to be releasing an episode kind of briefly talking about this. You get to see a lot of the deer that we're chasing in that episode. Trail cam pictures, encounters from last year, kind of how we're hunting these properties, and then we're going to get right into the action. So every 4 days, there's going to be an upload of a video. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear about a kill, and then 2 or 3, 4 days later, you guys will be able to watch that actually come up live. And you might see, you know, here 4 days that it's absolutely brutal out there, and you get to see it, you know, live action, what we got going on. So I think that's going to be really cool. We got a lot of moving parts in that, so just huge shout out to Exodus and Last Breath for teaming up and helping make this possible. For us being dads and working as much as we do, it took a lot to get it prepared and to this point, let alone actually performing it, you know what I mean? So 15 days, every day out there, 15 podcasts every day in your ear holes, and that's about it.
They're hopefully going to be short and sweet, kind of like this one. I don't know how long this one's going to go, but hopefully, you know, we're going to come in here 10, 15, 20 minutes, recap, tell you guys what happened and game plan for the next day, and then just rip it, you know. Also want to talk about like stuff that we have been doing on the hunting side to get ready for this. So we've been going to the gym every morning, getting up at, you know, you started getting up at probably what, 4:40 for 2 months, 2.5 months, and then switch to a different position, but you're still getting up and coming in. You know, you're getting up at 5:15 now. I'm getting up at 10 to 5, going to the gym since June 26th was my first day, and haven't missed a day yet. So we're just into that pattern. Like, you're already up and awake and you're ready to go, and you're like going hard off the get go, you know? So, we're in the best shape that we've been in. I'm almost in the best shape of my life, including high school, you know? And then we have been hunting this October so far, you know, and getting used to carrying in, packing in, getting a good stand set up time. Only thing is we haven't set up in the dark yet in the morning, but, you know, doing that a couple times, I mean, we got the system down. So do it a couple times in the dark and we'll be ready to rip. Just being mentally prepared for knowing that this is going to be tough, knowing that the days are going to be slow, and just having that mindset of you're going to have the ups and the downs, and it's going to be constantly coming at you. You just don't know what that next wave is going to bring. Is it going to bring it up, or is it going to bring it down? But I think that as much as we've talked and have game planned, we're ready for all of it, you know. It's obviously easier said than done, but just knowing that there's going to be probably more downs than ups is something that, you know, we're prepared for, and we know that it's going to be extremely grueling. And just like Cody said, you know, we're going to start out probably day 1 and 2 all jacked up. Then you have a couple slow hunts, and it's going to be cool to look back here in a couple years and be like, oh, hey, remember when we did that? And just kind of relive it through here. And then on the video side, on the Last Breath YouTube channel, it's going to be cool to just go over that and always have those memories, you know. And of course, when you're out there in the field, you're just trying to take it all in. But it's nothing short of astonishing about what we're about to do.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, the stuff that we've already done to plan this, like I said, for months. We've been trying to get all the details laid out, and we can finally bring it to you guys. I hope you guys are excited about this. You're going to get to hear, a quick podcast about what the deer are doing. So you guys in the Midwest, if we're thinking it's lockdown, there's a good chance it's getting close to lockdown. Or if the bucks are running, there's a cold front and stuff's going crazy. You guys are going to be able to listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I had that opportunity to listen to a podcast live of a guy, hunting the Midwest in the rut, and he's like, it's insane, bucks are chasing, I'd be so jacked to get out of work and get in the tree. It would be, it wouldn't even be funny. So we know there's podcasts out there to do like the weekly rut updates, but we're going to be coming at you literally the heart of the rut, the first 15 days of November. And that's like the best time for us seeing. But besides after the Thanksgiving weekend for big deer, you know what I mean? So that's about it. Just if you guys could, share this with your buddies, share this with your hunting friends, let them know that we got this going on. And we hope to get some people excited, involved, and just super jacked up for the rut. You know what I mean? It's our time to shine. We've been waiting 11 months to do this, to rip for 15 days. And it's all going to be documented, how we do. It's going to be an absolute shit show is what to expect. You know what I mean? It's going to be an absolute shit show because that's how everything we do is. That's just our style, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's anybody else out there that's just absolute shit show. You get along with us, great. So, but
huge props to Grant for editing the video. I've dabbled in editing our stuff, and I haven't seen Grant edit with my own two eyes, but he's obviously going to be a lot faster than me getting this up and out.
Yeah, because he's trying to hunt, too.
And he's hunting, too, yeah.
And then he's going to be hunting, and then he said, if I got to stay up to 2, 3 in the morning and get this stuff out, I'm going to get it out. So, I mean, huge shout out to Grant and the Last Breath guys. They're going to be putting in a ton of work to get this series out to you guys in video, and we can't make it happen. We can't hunt 15 days straight, try to upload videos
and podcasts.
That's just too much. That's why we've been working for months to get Exodus involved, get Last Breath involved, and really try to make this like a just a group of guys out there that are going to be grinding their face off to bring you guys a series that hasn't been done before. I don't think anybody's podcast 15 days straight talking about what they got going on in the rut. So not that I know of. So we really hope you guys enjoy this, and we're super jacked to bring it to you. We're actually about ready to go get in the stand right after this podcast. So
yes.
We're going to make a move on some cameras, get a mobile in a certain area, and then
we're making a move on the buck we forgot about in the preseason podcast.
Yeah.
We named him Pickles, the 160 off the road.
The 160 off the road. We're going in on Pickles tonight. We'll see how this goes. I don't know when this is going to be released, but big thank you to all the people that have been listening lately. You guys have been crushing the numbers. I know a lot of people are excited for season, so hopefully we can make this series the biggest and best yet, and it's something that we can bring to you guys every year, and something you guys can look forward to is just getting jacked about the Midwest and hunting some giant whitetails. So, like I said, share this up. Get jacked for us. Send us some messages. Get us pumped up. That 6th day, I'm going to need someone be like, this is your day. So I'm counting on you guys to come through on that. Like always do the right thing. Leave a legacy, and Whitetail Legacy is out.